Welcome back, golfers. Prepare for the worst round of golf you've ever seen on this channel. New course, strong winds, a blistered hand, new driver, and pressure from the people behind us. And to top it off, Perry's already set the bar high with a perfect drive right down the middle. Warning, some viewers may find the following shots disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. And without further ado, let's get into the first shot. And that's really set the tone for the video. But we see ourselves in the fairway, hitting 7-iron towards the flag on this new course. And turns out pretty solid. Unfortunately, I found the bunker, the first one of the day. And that gives a subtle hint to maybe the amount of times we're going to see ourselves in the sand further down the video. And we're going to take the positive of being outside of the bunker on that one. But a very tame effort. But we are going to have some good shots on this round. Unfortunately, this wasn't one of them. But I am on the green with a long putt to try and salvage the hole somewhat. Unfortunately, that just lips out. But it's going to leave us with an easy tap in for double, which I've managed to somehow lip out again. So we're starting the round off with a triple, which isn't ideal. This is a slightly older round from back in January, the first outing with the new driver. Quite a few things went wrong in this video, including some shaky footage, so apologies for that. Back to the tee box on this par 3 now.
Nice.
Hit it pretty clean, but I've pulled off to the left.
Oh,
my alignment was particularly bad in this video.
He's found the bunker again. Can we go for 18 bunkers? Lots of bunkers on this course. 60 degree, try and get it out. Accelerate a little bit more through it this time.
So we are 2 holes in and we've already seen 2 bunkers. Let's see how this shot goes.
Oh dear. Gonna have to learn the bunkers throughout the day.
So second effort trying to get out this bunker. It's not ideal, but it's managed to come back down, thankfully not grabbing the long grass. And although the shot's not that great, still in high spirits so far. So we're going to try and putt this one for bogey. And I've not given that anything really. So it's going to be slightly better than the triple on the last hole. But we are +5 after 2, not ideal. As you're aware, this round is far from ideal. So yeah, the reason I had the blister on the hand was because I was pinging about 200 balls the night before. As you do with a new driver. Then you try out a new course, and shots like this happen.
Oh!
And unfortunately that's gone off to the right, and cleared the bunker, and I'm going to be lucky to find that one. Managed to dig it out of the long rough, but I had to take a penalty drop of 1 club length. Get a clean strike on it, and I've carried that across to the other side of the fairway, and it's bounced on the cart path a couple of times.
Like a little dolphin over there.
So is this going to be the first good shot of the round? Hit it pretty clean and it's gone far side of the green. And Perry left his club at the tee box, but he's going to drive along and give us a little bit of light entertainment. Okay, so the shot wasn't too bad, however it's chipping onto a massive downhill green. And that 60 degrees hit pretty nicely, and it's rolling down towards the flag. And just comes into our view there. Which would hopefully give us the first 1 putt of the round. And I've actually managed to sink that one, sadly for double, because of the penalty drop. So yeah, not the greatest start there, but, you know, hopefully we're going to bring out a nice solid drive. Definitely due one.
There we go.
And those are the drives we like to see. Right down the middle.
Oh, you couldn't have given me a fairway, could you?
That's how I was hitting him at the driving range, but as you guys are probably aware, that doesn't normally happen on the course. So now I've got a pretty good shot in. I think it was a 9-iron onto the screen. Hit it pretty cleanly. And as you can see from my reaction, I got a very generous bounce on the little hump on the green there.
Bit of right to left, but I don't want to go long.
So big
here.
Downhill green here.
Also don't want to come too short.
So it is a birdie opportunity, which would be very nice to sink. As you can see, I've absolutely tapped that, and it's just rolling.
Stop!
And it goes way past in the end. Well, not way past, but it's a uncomfortable tap in when you're playing like I'm playing right now. But we do make it in for par. Hopefully that's going to be the turning point of the round. Opted for the 2-iron to avoid that water altogether. And I pushed it off to the right, getting caught up in the wind and going into the thick stuff. So I hit a provisional just to be safe. And as you can see, I've topped that one into the rough stuff right in front of me.
So hope I find that first one.
So we're going to go hunting for that first ball. Wasn't looking promising, as you can see. However, we got lucky and we found it just on the edge here. So it didn't actually go right in the thick stuff.
Right.
But I'm just going to take a 60 degree. And as you can see from the strength of the wind, the grass is flying back in my face. But we are in the fairway.
It's out there. So yeah, that was lucky. I was about to take the drop, but look at that water over there. Missed that, played it back. I'm in the center of the fairway. So, you know, saved 2 shots by finding that ball, so thank God.
So now we've got a shot into the green with the wind. Sorry about the shaky footage, which meant I couldn't really get a shot tracer on this one. Goes just over the bunker, and then rolls to the left of the front of the green.
I chunked it a little bit, but it's on the green, but I chunked it a little bit. All right, huge putt. All right, okay, there's a massive bank right in front of me. So I'm gonna go straight, and then it's gonna go to the right.
But I put a fairly solid stroke on it, and it's given it a chance, to be fair.
Oh!
Long putting is one of the things which actually wasn't too bad today. And Perry thought that was in, but unfortunately just misses.
You gotta be kidding me.
So we're gonna tap it in for a double.
Far too casual on that. Damn it.
But considering I didn't lose the first ball, could have been much worse.
All right, let's get it over the water.
So now we know what I'm like around water. Especially when you have to clear it with the driver. And yeah, that was probably what we expected to happen there. I think it doesn't help when you envision it going into the water beforehand.
I did call it. I don't know what it is. It's like...
Does anyone else have these problems? Or is it just me? Still in good spirits though. So we're going to tee up again. And I've aimed way to the right, just to be safe. Unfortunately, I've caught that pretty flush. And I'm well onto the other hole.
I'm in that bunker from the other one.
So I'm pretty much where I was on hole 3.
So 4th shot from here.
So cleared 2 fairways and the rough on the far side. So again, my alignment's just well off. And I've almost fallen over and I've hit it right into the thick stuff. Never try and make up distance on a bad day.
Right, reload, try again. A lot of penalties on this one. This could be a 9 right here. So I'm gonna have to go to the left more.
So now we're gonna play a little bit safer. Go down a club, just make sure we get out of this thick stuff. And I've kind of pulled it as well.
Sit.
And I'm just hoping that that's not gone too far.
Sit.
Thankfully, it doesn't roll into the real thick stuff at the back. And we've got a shot into the flag, which I thinned, but it could be okay.
Might be alright though.
So another long putt on the green here. Again, you can see the wind blowing the camera.
Right now, bank.
And that ball's gone completely the opposite direction I anticipated. But we are going to 2-putt from the green. But that was a 9. So swings and roundabouts.
9.
But again, we didn't 3-putt.
Yeah, kept the double digits off the scorecard.
So now I have this nice par 3 over a valley. So I was taking the 5-iron at this one. And I've hit that one very sweet. and it draws right onto the start of the green.
Go on, go on.
And was rolling nicely,
Sit.
but did end up falling short of the pin.
We'll take that. You know, follow up was that a par 4 or par 5, the last one? Follow up the cinquental with on the green. That's what golf's all about, man.
Now I have a long uphill putt on this 2-tier green, so just want to get this one close. And that was a pretty good effort. I'm pretty happy with that one.
I know it's going to move a lot, but I didn't think it'd be that much.
So can we make a par after getting 5 over? Yes, we can.
There we go.
And that's what high handicap golf is all about. So back to the driver now on this par 4. Again, stance is just awful. And I've drilled it straight into that big tree. So I'm taking a provisional in case I can't find it. And I've topped that one as well.
I mean, it's in play. Do not want to have 4 shots from there, though. Need to go in that tree and find the other one.
So I managed to find it at the base of this tree. Not many options here.
If it chips, it hits.
All the branches are very low. As you can hear, we're discussing what club to go for.
Which still could. So we're going to try and drill the putter.
So we've opted to try and go for the putter on this one, just to keep it low and just get it out. So it's kind of high risk, it's also kind of not. It's probably the best I can do in this situation. And thankfully it just trickles out into the rough and avoids all the branches on the way. Again, spirits high going into this next shot. And I've hit that very clean with the 6-iron towards the flag, making up for that lack of distance from the first 2 shots. And it's put us to a reasonable chip to the green, missing all those bunkers in front of me. And that shot's come out real nice. And landed towards the pin. So a slight downhill to the right putt here. Again, sorry about the shaky camera, but what a putt.
Yes! In the par with 2 putts. Putted 1. Actually, no, wait. No, yeah, bogey. Wait. Yeah, bogey, yeah.
But a bogey's pretty good considering I was putting on my second shot. So on to the 9th hole now, par 5. And I've hit that drive pretty solid. The shot trace is a little bit off, sorry, but I've carried myself into that bunker on the right-hand side of the fairway, which is quite unlucky. But as you can see from the camera, there was a lot of wind there as well. So I found myself in a bunker again, a fairway bunker this time. And that one's gone quite high and not too far. Again, the shot tracer, sorry, have to apologise for that one. But I managed to find a bit of rough next to the fairway. Would have liked to have been a bit closer on this shot. However, I've gone for the green and just missed off to the right. I thought I was going to catch the right-hand side of the green, however, as we're going to find out shortly.
Went the distance, but it's gone off to the right. You have to walk it down there and find out.
I deemed that ball unplayable, so I'm going to just take a drop. Well, I'm going to take a club length and a little bit, rather than measuring out the 2. It's kind of away from the hole. Potentially might be against regulations, but it gives me a clean shot at the green, which I chipped up there, but it's gone well long.
Did it stay on?
But our long putts have been going pretty well, and this one's lined up real nice, and that's pretty unfortunate. And even on this day, I'm not going to miss that one.
That is absolutely criminal. That's not gone in.
So we tap it in for a triple and end the first 9 on plus 18.
What a traumatic hole.
Normally my overall score. Onto the back 9. Unfortunately, this next moment I didn't capture on camera, but we're going to have a quick game of Guess Who. And just whilst you think about that, I'm going to give you a quick reminder to like the video. So back to the story. So me and Perry were just to the left of the green, putting our clubs away in the cart, getting ready to drive. And then bang, I get smacked with a golf ball from about 150 yards into the side of my temple. As you can imagine, I didn't take too kindly to that. A couple of bad words were screamed in his direction, and I picked up his ball and threw it into the trees. Anyway, we're going to move on to the 10th. The mic actually died at this point, but I hit a nice shot down the left-hand side, with the 2-iron on this short par 4. And Matey Boy, who's hit me in the head, has come up to me and just come to apologise. I've managed to calm down a little bit now. I shake his hand. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm fine and it wasn't too bad, but I did get hit in the head pretty hard and he didn't shout 4. So I said, just shout 4, you don't want to kill someone. Anyway, back to the round. And unfortunately, that first chip was less than ideal. I chunk it. And the second chip, not much better, and I chunk it into the bunker.
Oh, no.
Well, we're in the bunker. We've had a lot of experience in this round so far. And that's the greatest shot I've hit out of the bunker in a long time.
Oh, there we go. There we go. 5th time lucky out the bunker.
Smile back on face, even with a mild concussion. But has it knocked some sense into me? And we managed to get our second 1 putt of the round. So we managed to secure that one for bogey. So a much better start to the back 9. Onto a long par 3 downhill.
Oh, stinger. Stinger right in the hole.
And I hit a massive stinger towards the green. So it didn't hit it well, but it's rolled right onto the green and actually rolled past the pin.
Imagine if that had gone in, that would have been so funny.
But again, leaving us with a long putt for par. Well, a long putt for birdie, but we want a 2 putt from this kind of range. Oh, is it going to drop in?
Ah, not enough out.
Not quite, but that does give us a fairly easy putt for par, with all things considered. And we're going to par that one. Now, the next major thing to go wrong in this round was I lost the mount for my camera when I was loading up into the car.
Cars all round.
So Perry's volunteered to handhold from here out. So now we've got a long par 5, dogleg to the right. And it's made even longer by that terrible drive.
Made the women's tee box. That's good.
So I am going to have to make up some ground here, but I also want to stay in the fairway. So I opted for the 6-iron, but ended up pulling it off to the left. The shot trace is going to be a bit ropey from here out due to the handheld, but we're going to try our best. And I hit this one pretty clean into the middle of the fairway. But we're still
in the middle.
Fair way out. Opted for the pitching wedge here, aiming to the right of the green because there was a lot of danger to the left. So trying a new camera angle out whilst Perry's sorting his club out. And another long putt for us to contend with. Looks quite close from this angle. But I'm a little bit further away than anticipated.
Come in.
So another not so great hole in this round. In for double.
Nice.
Now onto a par 4. And I've hit that drive off to the right hand side.
What's it like over there?
You're not great.
And Perry's confirmed that's not ideal. So back to the 2-iron. And this one goes straight down the middle over that bunker.
Went over it.
Missed that bit of fairway, unfortunately. But again, pitching wedge to try and see us into the green. And that one comes up quite nice. Although 3 from the tee is quite concerning for the scorecard. Fairly long putt. Can we make this one? And it's coming in at the end. But unfortunately it doesn't go straight in. So we're going to putt that one in for a double. Which was somewhat unfortunate because it could have been on a par if I'd opted for the 2-iron. Refusing to put the new driver away, I'm going to stick at it and continue to hopefully get a good shot. And on the 14th, I do just that. So very satisfying. Unfortunately, carries into the rough. And I kind of chunk the chip. So I find myself in the middle of the fairway. So, not too bad. Nice little chip with a 60 degree now. And this is where the handheld camera makes it for a little bit nicer viewing. And I've put that one pretty close. So we've got a par putt, which I've rolled way past. But hopefully we'll see this one in for bogey. And the wind was getting very strong, as you can see that tree in the back. So now, nice par 3 in another valley situation with bunkers at the front. Perry wills it to try and get up, but that's gone way short, chunking it a little bit from the tee box. So I have to clear this bunker, and I called out a very aggressive flop shot, which ended up going horribly wrong into the other bunker. And I followed that one up with what can only be described as an awful shot, blading it into the other bunker. So, not a great way to play this par 3. And now I'm left trying to get out of this bunker. So I hit it pretty nicely. And thankfully, it manages to stay on the green. So let's see if we can get it close with this long putt. Oh, and that is absolute robbery. Would have redeemed the hole somewhat. But hopefully we can tap this one in.
Nope.
Which we can't do. So that goes in for the first quad. And you can't help but laugh at that one. Par 5, driver in hand again. And just smacking that last one down the middle clearly doesn't mean I have the driver sussed. But we are in the fairway. And we're going to try and just hit this iron down the middle. I've chunked it a little bit, so I've not got the best distance. And now for another bad decision. Trying to make up the lost ground with the hybrid. Unfortunately, that went off to the left, hit the tree, and we're probably not going to find that one. So I ended up taking a penalty drop from here. Probably not the right place to take it from, but it doesn't really matter at this point. And that one comes just short of the green. That's normally a comfortable distance for myself as well. So now I'm chipping towards the flag. And the connection was nice, but it's gone well short. So we've got another putt for, I don't even know at this point, maybe quad again. And I've left that one short.
Take your time.
Perry reminded me to take time, which I'm going to do, and sink it in for a quad.
Yeah.
I finally decide to put the driver away and take 2-iron at this one. And of course I top it to the right, and it rolls up nicely to this palm tree, giving me a horrendous lie-in, which I can only do what I can do to get it out. And now I'm in the rough just to the left of the cart path, still nowhere near the hole. But I strike this one pretty cleanly towards the palm tree. Just got to hope it's not gone in the bunker. I get lucky to miss the bunker and find the rough. But I have an obstructed view at the flag, so I'm going to have to go out to the right. Hit that one pretty nice, hits the bank and gets stuck in the rough. Now with this chip down towards the flag, off the bank, in deep rough, not ideal. And I carry it a bit too long and it rolls off the back of the green. Exactly how this round's supposed to go. Although it gives us a short little chip with a 60 degree. Which I hit pretty nicely towards the hole.
Solid.
And hopefully we're going to tap this one in for the one putt on the green. So it's a triple, but it's a one putt. We'll take the positives. So 18th hole, nothing to lose, driver's back in hand. What could go wrong? And I drill it off to the right. Reloading with a fancy 2-color ball. And hit that one down the middle. And as you can see, the shot tracers are also disagreeing with me today. But that has found the rough just to the left of the fairway. So now I'm going to try and end with a nice shot in. And that one came off pretty nicely. And it found the green to the right. However, when it's not your day, it's not your day. And I find the one bit of the fringe which doesn't have a clean shot of the green. So I have to chip over this corner. And I've carried it too long. But it's gone through Perry's legs. So cinematically, quite nice. Leaving me with a long putt uphill, using one of these funky balls to see if it aids in my putting. And unfortunately it might help with alignment, but it doesn't help with power. I end up coming short. So spend a little while to line this one up. And hopefully we can sink it in. For triple. But we've not taken into consideration the bank. And we've pushed it off to the right. So we tap it in for a final quad, but we still end with a smile on our face. Ending on 39 over with a whopping score of 111, my worst score to date. But lots of bad decisions were made. And realistically, if I put the driver away, I'm sure it would have been much better. However, it was a great day, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you find yourself struggling to break 100, I've made a video here with 10 simple tips on how to lower your score, which is something I clearly needed on this day. For those of you that made it to the end, give yourself a pat on the back and hit that subscribe button. And let's hope we don't have to endure another video like that again for a while.